President Joe Biden did an interview with George Stephanopoulos on ABC last night. Everybody was anxious to see how it went. Didn't go great, didn't go bad, really didn't move the needle on Joe Biden and his cognitive ability at all. But that's the thing, Joe Biden is under the microscope. He's being tested every day. Everybody's looking very closely. How did Joe look? How did Joe sound? And to me, that seems pretty weird given who he's up against, Donald Trump. Every day he makes some kind of gaffe. Every day he makes up a new word, goes off on tangents. He can't stay on the same topic in one paragraph, yet nobody is asking for him to step aside. That seems weird. Now, there's a woman who puts out a newsletter regarding politics, very bright woman. Her name is Heather Cox Richardson. She's a historian and an author, and she made an observation that I tend to agree with. This whole thing with Joe Biden and whether his cognitive ability is on point or not based on the debate is basically a media fabrication. Oh no, you don't think that could happen, do you? The media would create some bullshit just to make some noise, put some fear in people's lives and get them to watch and make them more money? Yeah, they've been doing it for fucking years. And I tend to agree with it. This seems like a fabricated thing, a hyped up thing by the media in order to benefit themselves, in spite of the fact that it may hurt this country or some of us in this country. Why is it that Joe Biden is under the microscope, as I said? Donald Trump can do the egregious things he does. Not only his cognitive ability, but 34 convictions, finding out that he has close ties with Jeffrey Epstein. All these horrible things, and not one person is asking for him to step aside. Now, we'd expect that out of the Republicans, but what about the media? Does the media want Donald Trump to win because it would turn this country into a bigger shit show, and that means more money for them? That sounds horrible, but I'm not so sure. Now, there was one other interview that I thought was very important that won't get any exposure from the media, and this exposes who they are. There was an interview with General Mark Milley from the Joint Chiefs. He was asked, does Joe Biden have cognitive issues? And Mark Milley said, I'm not going to give opinions in politics. That's not my place, and I can't do that. He said, however, I talk to President Biden all the time because of the connection between the Joint Chiefs and the president. He said, I talk to him all the time, and every time I've met with him, there's been no problem. He's been on top of everything. He knows what he's talking about. He's been read into everything, and he understands everything. In all the times I've talked to him, I've never seen a problem. Now, if you don't like the way he performs in front of a crowd or on camera, that's one thing. I want to know what he's doing behind the scenes that is important to this country, that he's performing properly. Mark Milley points out that that's the case. Is this all media created and a bunch of bullshit? Yeah, I would say so.